Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules. And a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Check three.
Draw play, Elliott. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On third down, Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
On the double. Mike 54. Watch the slant. Say go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think that if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now the defense for Dallas.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Ready? 70, Indy. 5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got Green. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground now with Mixon, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
60 or. Right. He's telling right here. He's telling the right. Telling the right. Everyone, you got four down.
Snap. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. Good move at the 30. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
That's trash.
2nd and 10. Green brings it in. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Prescott from the gun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Strip that ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 23 yards, the final tally.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
54. Mike 54. Go on. Go on, D. Go. Put on. Shoot.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Cut.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Cut.
After you.
5.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it?
Let's go.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he finds Austin complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game? Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now? Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it. Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently. Truth be told, I've never Yes, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 56 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Go now. 70, Indy. Line 54. You better be afraid of me. You better be ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Uzama. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That escapes the sack. Incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll drop to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Here's Austin. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Running with Elliott. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. Slide. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
8, read.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Deep grip, deep grip.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, they'll throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10.
We got this.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.